Hello, Shadowcat back with more Guild Wars 2.
Yes, and I'm Blizzard Star, and we are now going into Casimir's Queen Jenna's party? One or two.
Yeah, we're here for a garden party. We got
Yeah.
dressed up for it.
Don't you like our outfits?
Kinda. Stopped in for a mani-pedi, but no one in Ascalon does char.
No, apparently our nails are too tough. Go figure.
Excuse me, not Ascalon, Divinities Reach.
Same point.
Well,
Much.
I mean, Divinities Reach now is like what Ascalon was, and Ascalon now is what Divinities Reach is going to be in like 100 years.
Yup, pretty much.
Which is to say, char.
Well, I thought
But
this
yeah.
was supposed to be our allies, so we should not upset them.
You thought wrong.
Oh, well, okay.
Give it time. The Black Citadel and Ascalon is just the beginning. We'll take Divinity's Reach too. And then onward to Lion's Arch. And after that, the world.
Yeah. You know, humans killed us for that kind of bloodthirstiness.
Yes, look at what it got them. We have Ascalon.
Yeah, good point. Alright, are we ready to go?
As soon as I get over the fact that that guy just walked through you.
Yeah. He didn't even crawl under me like a gentleman. No, he walked through me.
He walked right through you. Is he a ghost?
I think so.
Are you a ghost?
Possibly.
Did I kill you and I don't remember it?
It would be likely. You probably poisoned my meal, and that was one poison too many.
I knew I shouldn't have given you seconds. Alright, well, let's go.
Yep, let's go.
After you.
Alright. Alright.
On the mend.
Casimir, you're looking good.
Let me catch you up on what's happening. Queen Jenna can't attend the summit because someone has accused her of conspiring with Scarlet. The hearing is the same day.
Really?
Someone's lying, and we have to figure out who. Soon as we know, we can confront that person and get them to recant their statement. We need to talk to everyone, find clues to the truth, and build evidence to defend the Queen. Once we discover who among them is the mastermind, we'll take action. But be careful. These people are suspicious and sensitive. Say something too blunt or off-putting, and they'll clam up. If we're obviously undermining their plans, they'll have us escorted out of the party, and it will all have been for nothing.
Deal.
Right.
So basically, be on their best behavior. Don't piss off the humans as much as we can.
Maybe I should have taken the lead on this one.
Yeah,
You're
are
not exactly the most subtle.
Hey!
Introducing a hero who needs no introduction, the Commander of the Pact. And accompanying the Casimir Mead.
Keep it together, Kaz. You can get through this. Be confident, like Jory.
Casimir, come over
We
here.
can hear you, you know.
Well, we can hear her, but hopefully no one else can.
Hello, dear Casimir. Don't worry your little face over what the Herald's papers say. You'll always be noble in my eyes.
Countess Anise. That's direct, and kind of you to say. I'm afraid I don't feel particularly noble.
Then we must do something about that. Nobility isn't in the blood, as so many believe. It's in your choices. Your return to grace is only a pardon away. If your talent for detecting lies is all you say it is, well, let's just say I'm confident we can convince the Queen your value overrides your father's misfortune.
I only hope to be of some small service, Countess. Oh dear. Okay. Let's start picking apart everything they say. One of these ministers is spreading lies about the Queen.
Don't misunderstand, Countess. I'm certainly grateful to you for purchasing my billet and putting me to work. I'm just not sure I understand the reasoning behind dragging me to the soiree of yours.
So, who do we talk to first?
One human is like the rest, so I guess We should probably not be unladylike. So we should probably go back down the stairs.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I didn't slay a dragon just to be tied down by human sensibilities.
We're trying to make a good impression.
I mean, we're here in the middle of a garden party. This isn't, Smoder's office.
You're right. That's why we have to make a good impression, because humans are a lot more fickle than us Char are.
Look, any human that doesn't like us is already not going to like us just by us being here.
True.
I told him not to eat that fourth pie.
Wait, I heard hors d'oeuvres. I want one.
You're not going to get an hors d'oeuvre, I'm sorry.
But, food.
Civil. Humans.
I need another drink.
Yeah, I don't think you need any more drinks, dude.
What is it?
Excuse me. More wine, please, waiter.
I'm not the waiter.
I'm not sure about this.
And you are...
Oh my what? Say something. Go ahead.
No, temper.
But I thought for certain it was Minister Wee who attended court the day Scarlet was there. Are you sure?
I think we may have found something.
I think we might have.
I have a vague recollection of that crazy Slavari walking into her audience with the Queen. That was well before the attack on the city, by the way. I still don't know why I noticed her.
I was expecting to see Mr. Wise wife here today.
Lady Wee? She gets the vapors. Fragile constitution. Poor dear can't keep up with her husband. Apparently neither can I. I thought he was in court the day Scarlet had an audience with the Queen.
Ah! If I've ever seen one mister, you've seen them all.
It's the dour look on all their faces. But seriously, it is rather difficult to confuse Minister Wee with the Minister Estelle or even Minister Arton. My memory just isn't what it used to be.
Which one did you confuse with Mr. Wee? Ha ha ha!
I saw Estelle enter the throne room, along with a goat farmer, Minister Arton, and a Sylvari. That wretch turned out to be Scarlet. She did.
Nice talking to you.
I remember hearing afterward that Scarlet approached the Queen. No one paid any attention back then. Scarlet was a nobody until the Queen's Jubilee.
Huh.
Hors d'oeuvre?
So she was a nobody until she got the ear of the Queen, apparently.
I think she was nobody until she started leveling cities.
Oh, good point.
Ooh, wherever did you get that charming brooch, dear?
I got it for Winter's Day. Oh wait, she wasn't talking
I
to me.
don't think she was talking to you. But you do look charming.
I think I kind of stand out, actually.
And then he asked me which pair I wanted. To suggest
Kitty!
he could afford both. Why, I should have slapped him on the spot.
I don't see anything of interest.
They make me so uncomfortable.
Oh, wait.
Especially Minister... Excuse me. Are you eavesdropping?
Possibly.
I might have been. You do realize, I'm sure, that it's rude to eavesdrop. Were you?
No, my lady. I merely wanted to introduce myself. I'm Blizzard's Moonsock.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Lady Allison, and my companion here is Lady Brenda.
Are you enjoying the party?
Some of the guests seem rather tense.
I wouldn't think anyone could ignore such a beautiful night as this.
Oh, I'm quite sure some of the ministers prefer dark nights like this to sunny days.
Haha, it's true in my culture as well.
I don't get out much, but I would like to visit where you're from. Tell me, how do you find our fair city?
It's glorious, a real accomplishment.
She's not lying, but she's being evasive. Try again, and press her for more information whenever she talks about the ministers.
So, what were you saying about the party?
Some of the guests seem rather tense.
A particular minister makes you uncomfortable?
Minister Cauticus, of course. He surrounds himself with intrigue, cloaks, daggers, shadows, all that nasty business. Don't let him look upon you, my dear. Once he has you in his sights, you're doomed.
As you said, ministers can be dangerous.
Some of the guests do seem rather tense.
I wouldn't think anyone could ignore such a beautiful night as this.
Oh, I'm quite sure some ministers prefer dark nights like this to sunny days.
I hear one minister is spreading rumors about the Queen.
Yes, Minister Cauticus is behind it, but he never involves himself directly. He has others do his dirty work, like Estelle and Arton. They were awfully talkative with him at the last party.
I understand.
Of course, Cauticus would be involved in anything that undermines the Queen. But he's not the one accusing her. We have to find that person.
Yes, we do.
Just lots of people who... food.
No one's touched the souffle.
Hors d'oeuvres, entrees, fish. Yeah, I'm done here.
What? How does a cat not like fish?
I don't like fish.
You're weird.
Look, there's things you don't like.
Maybe.
You don't like pork.
They're chewy and dry. Why would you eat such a lowly animal?
Well, I like pork, you like fish.
Good point.
We're allowed to like the things we like.
I
Hi, dude.
suppose.
Intimidate these ministers and aristocrats.
I can take that. Thank you.
Well, talk to her.
I did. You're a busy bee. Does that make you charming, or does it make you nosy? Charming, I hope. Did you know I dealt with the killing blows to Scarlet? Did I? No, that was you? I saw her once in Throne Room. She was having a quiet talk with the Queen. Like you. Why is someone of your caliber walking around the party with Casimir and Medea? Her family's a bunch of criminals and gamblers. You should perhaps keep your thoughts to yourself. I believe you should mingle so others can bask in your glory. Great idea.
What?
Busy bee, does that make you charming or does it make you nosy? Definitely nosy. They see you were in court the same day Scarlet was. As a matter of public record, who receives the audience of the Queen and when? There's several people there that day. What did Scarlet want? She's soft-spoken. I doubt anyone hear her but the Queen and Countess Anise, as if they were conspiring. Did you see Minister Arden there? I believe so. Spent most of the time behind my handkerchief. The goat, or maybe it was a farmer, smelled so badly it made my eyes water. I see.
Okay, so she kept her voice down. What were you two talking about?
Oh, just goings on behind the court. Apparently, she also saw Scarlet talking to the Queen.
My mind is spinning. So much information. Can you make heads or tails of it?
We learned a few things. First, we know who was in the court that day.
Thank you.
Yes. A farmer with a goat, 2 ministers, Estelle and Arton, and Scarlet.
We know that Cauticus lets others do his dirty work for him.
We've also heard that both Estelle and Arton have seen Cauticus lately.
It must be one of them. Let's talk to Mr. Arden first.
Okay. The plot thickens.
It sure does. Are we jumping up here now?
I am. Maybe.
Hup. Are you coming?
It's my shortcut. How come I can't get up?
Because you taught me your moves and I stole them.
You give me back my mojo.
Mr. Arden?
As I was telling my old friend Cauticus the other day, we really must do something about these bandits. They're a hazard. I have reason to believe they're connected to the White Mantle.
Did you see Scarlet the day she had an audience with the Queen?
I did. There were 4 of us in the throne room, and the Queen and Countess Anise. And the guards, of course. It was Scarlet, me, Minister Estelle, and some dirty farmer with a goat.
And the Queen spoke to Scarlet?
Yes. She was polite, as always, but the Countess kept whispering in the Queen's ear. It was making all of us nervous. Scarlet wanted permission to study with the engineer that designed the Watch Knights.
What did the Queen say?
She respectfully declined. Scarlet was the last in line, and the Queen left before there could be any more discussion. Scarlet tried to say more, but the Queen apologized and hurried out.
Anything else?
The Sylvari, Scarlet, looked livid. She stormed out, shoving guards out of her way. She was rather frightening, actually. I imagine that's what Countess Anise saw that made her hustle the Queen away.
Cass, does this testimony line up?
His description of the events perfectly matches what Anise told me. Minister Arden is telling the truth. He must not be the one.
Interesting. Thank you.
You've convinced me. It looks like Minister Estelle is the one spreading this horrible rumor. Let's keep at it. If we're going to confront her, we'll need serious evidence to back us up.
I know for a fact the Queen had a private talk with Scarlet. Everyone is saying it, so it must be true.
Really now? Do tell.
Yes, do tell Lady Clary.
Oh, pardon me.
Hello. We were just discussing how horrible it is that the Queen betrayed us all.
That's just a bad rumor. A lie.
No, it's not. I saw her in the Salma district shortly after nightfall. She wore a black woolen cloak with the hood up. The only reason I knew it was her is because I bumped into her and saw her face.
This doesn't add up.
Listen, just between you and me, I may not be telling the exact truth, but they offered me a lot of gold if I'd say I was there. Please, you can't tell anyone.
You're going to have to testify.
Oh, all right. I'll testify that I was paid to lie, but I'll never say who paid me. I don't betray old friends. Still, I wasn't comfortable lying, but my son is ill. I hope the Queen will forgive me.
You're doing the right thing.
Good observation. I had a feeling she was lying. The Queen wouldn't hold a private meeting with just anyone, much less a Sylvari with no political connections. This woman will testify.
Okay.
Well, it's a start.
It is a start. Oh, are we going... Oh, I was going to go the other way. Well, this works.
Well, I have a feeling there's someone in this direction.
Okay.
The question is just...
Who?
who?
Yeah.
I almost regret giving up my thieves' tools.
Why, you pick some locks?
I was thinking that we could actually go invisible and just kind of eavesdrop on all their conversations.
That would be nice.
Being in the ministry?
Oh?
It makes me so sad to think the people who run our city, our kingdom, can't get along with each other. Now one of the ministers is spreading lies about the Queen.
I've had some experience with the ministers. Not all are bad.
Both my wife and I work for ministers. They can be like night and day. My wife works for Minister Estelle. I work for Minister Arden.
Do you like your jobs?
Most days. My wife has a harder time. Her minister has a gambling problem. If she's winning, she's fine. If not, she's dangerous.
Would she know where Estelle was in the night of the alleged meeting?
Maybe. Estelle often visits her old friend Lady Claire in the evening. Ask my wife if she knows what happened. She's a good woman. She won't lie to protect a minister.
Thank you for the information. You are a good Crichton.
That's another witness who can help us prove the Queen's innocence. Nicely done.
Yes, and Estelle is right there.
Yep.
I'm surprised she's not having a shot.
They wouldn't think twice about shooting Tuchar either.
Well, the only thing we have going for us right now is the fact that we're the pack commanders.
Yeah. That's the only thing saving our tails.
So, who do you think we should talk to next?
Oh, I'm sure there's someone that's going to be suspicious around here.
You know, it just occurred to me, we're not the only oddballs here.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're two Char walking around a human garden party. But did you see that Sylvari that was with Countess Anise?
The dark broody one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what his deal is.
I have no idea. But, I mean, he's different.
He's definitely different.
Okay. Eyes out.
There's someone around.
Ears up.
Tail twitching.
I don't think you can feel things... Well, okay, you can kind of feel things with your tail.
You seem distracted, Countess. What are you looking for in this crowd? I could lend my eyes and ears to your search. If there's nothing in particular you need me to do, would you mind if I help myself to some of your refreshments? Am I really so dumb? Well, here's something interesting. Would you like to know how long a severed head remains conscious?
Would.
I suppose not. Do let me know if you need me to do more than make debutantes and fops uncomfortable.
I want to know how long.
Yeah.
You must be mistaken. My niece knows a guard who heard from a doorman that the Queen... Oh, I've said too much.
You have said too much.
Loose lips sink ships.
Now spill it. Oh, you, Blizzard Moonstalk. You're well known in these parts. The Queen recently mentioned you were hosting a summit. She'd like very much to attend.
That may be complicated.
Oh, I know. Those lies Estelle is spreading. Can you imagine our barefoot queen skulking through the streets at night in a disguise? It's laughable.
You don't think she met with Scarlet?
In the throne room, yes. But not in the streets. A Char emissary visited the queen that night. While the emissary's since left, the guard who was present will testify.
Good to know. Thank you.
Countess Anise hardly ever lets the Queen out of her sight. She and the guard will corroborate the Queen's alibi.
And a Char emissary?
Right?
What do you think? Do we have enough evidence to discredit her accusations?
Plenty. The servant's wife can testify that Estelle met with Lady Clary.
Maybe the threat of her testifying will be enough to shut this down. What else?
We have multiple witnesses who say the Queen turned down Scarlet's request.
I still can't believe Scarlet wanted to study with the Watch Night engineer. Thank the gods the Queen turned her down. Though that might explain Scarlet's anger when she attacked our city. What else?
We know Estelle's friend was lying for her.
For a pouch of gold, you mean? Estelle must have coached Lady Claire. I don't imagine it will be too hard to get her to testify to the lie. I guess they weren't such good friends after all.
We're ready to confront Estelle with the evidence.
Looks like we've got everything we need. Time to expose Minister Estelle for the liar she is.
Hey, Canuck, you want to come too?
I don't think he cares about human politics.
I think that he would murder half of the people here if it meant he could get out.
Oh, I'm sure. Wait. What do you mean by that?
He just mentioned, or asked if she wanted to know how long a severed head stayed alive. What kind of person do you think he is?
A dark broody one?
I guarantee that he's not here for the salmon hors d'oeuvres.
Probably not, no.
And honestly, salmon on crackers, what is wrong with humans?
Apparently it's a delicacy.
It's disgusting.
Gentlemen, please leave. I see you've been busy socializing with the guests.
We have.
Definitely, Mr. Estelle.
Is this a party or a circus?
Hello, Busy Bee. I must admit, I'm a bit charmed by how you flit from flower to flower.
I know all about you.
Listen closely to what Estelle says. Once she's finished, don't be afraid to ask her to repeat what she said. Press her only when you're certain she's lying.
I have a question. Is it true that you work closely with Lord Codicus?
I used to work with Lord Codicus, but now that I'm considering retirement, I've started spending most of my time in the Ministry Library. I hardly ever see him.
Tell me more.
Admittedly, I occasionally do small tasks for him, but he's still recovering from that awful scandal. He keeps to himself most of the time.
Okay.
Even at parties, Lord Codicus is off doing his own thing and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really.
Casimir, what do you think?
She keeps backpedaling. Press her when she lies, then present your evidence to counter her arguments.
Mr. Estelle, can you repeat that?
Well, I used to work with Lord Codicus, but now I'm considering retirement. I've started spending most of my time in the Ministry Library. I hardly ever see him.
That's not what I heard.
Why would I lie about something like that? He's my boss's boss's boss. I don't work directly with him.
I met someone who says you see Codicus often.
Admittedly, I occasionally do small tasks for him, but he's still recovering from that awful scandal. He keeps to himself most of the time.
You attended his garden party not long ago.
Oh, yes, I nearly forgotten that. There was a large crowd there. I only saw the legate minister from across the roses.
I heard there was only a handful of people there.
Even at parties, Lord Codicus is off doing his own thing and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really.
Shy, huh?
Oh, yes. I barely spoke with anyone during that entire party. Beautiful garden, though.
A witness said you had a side with Codicus. He talked. You nodded.
Fine. He and I talked. But you'll never learn the topic of that discussion, and you can't prove it had anything to do with the Queen.
I don't have to prove it. You just discredited you.
So perhaps I misspoke. Apologies. I shall revise my statement. What?
So what if I work with Lord Codicus? It means nothing. It doesn't change the fact that I was there when Scarlet had her audience with the Queen.
Did you hear what the Queen discussed with Scarlet?
No. They spoke too quietly. Like schoolgirl friends whispering so no one else would hear.
Tell me more.
I must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously.
Really?
I heard the word watch nights.
You might have.
Isn't that bad enough? Don't you know how many people died because the Queen gave Scarlet access to the watch nights? Why are you still interrogating me? She's the criminal!
Mr. Estelle, can you repeat that?
No, they spoke too quietly, like schoolgirl friends whispering so no one else would hear.
That's a lie. You heard everything.
I heard hushed words, but I couldn't make any of them out. The Queen seemed pleased, though.
Mr. Arden heard everything. His ears must be better than yours.
I must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously.
I heard the Queen was escorted out for her safety.
You weren't there. You can't possibly know how they behaved. Unless you questioned the goat?
I spoke with Arden. His version agrees with the Countess's and the goat's.
Yes, well, one person's politeness is another person's friendliness.
That means nothing.
Aren't you the nosy one? If you must know, I'll tell you what really happened.
It doesn't matter what happened in the throne room. The Queen arranged to meet Scarlet later that evening. She didn't want any of us to hear them, so she sneaked out.
You're sticking by the claim that they arranged this in the throne room?
Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy. They agreed to something. What else could it be?
You tell me.
So, it was brief. A look. A smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is I saw them under the bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet.
Really?
I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noblewoman.
Are you sure about that?
Why are you working so hard to protect Queen Jenna? She sold us all out, and now she's just trying to cover her tracks. It was definitely Jenna in a red cape.
Mr. Estelle, can you repeat that?
Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy. They agreed to something, and what else could it be?
You're crazy. Anise would never let Scarlet get that close to the Queen.
Oh yes, she was in on it too. All smiles and pet this and pet that.
Mr. Arden describes a very different atmosphere.
So, it was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is I saw them under a bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet.
Impossible! What time did you see them?
Later, about an hour after dark. They were there in the Salma district. I caught sight of the Queen's profile and nearly fainted. Why would she endanger herself like that?
The Queen was in her office with the Char emissary at that time.
Thank you.
I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noble woman.
How many other witnesses do you have in your pocket?
Oh, the audacity. Where are your manners?
Guards, please escort these scandal mongers to the gates.
Oh no. This isn't what was supposed to happen.
I think I upset people.
You might have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disorienting. My goodness.
What just happened?
It felt like a mesmer spell. I think Anise created a diversion for us. Let's get back into the party.
Let's go. I think.
Yeah, I think you made her angry.
I think just slightly. Yeah.
So we just have to get back in there and get to her.
Yes.
Come on. We've almost got her in her web of lies.
I think you're right. You should have taken the lead on this.
Maybe I should have, but it's your job now. You do this and I'll put in a good word for you at the Order of Whispers.
All right.
It doesn't matter what happened in the throne room. The Queen arranged to meet Scarlet later that evening. She didn't want any of us to hear them, so she sneaked out.
It came by the claim they arranged this in the throne room.
Absolutely, their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy. They agreed to something, and what else could it be?
Maybe they had different ideas.
So it was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under a bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet.
Really?
I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noble woman.
Tell me more.
Why are you working so hard to protect Queen Jenna? She sold us all out, and now she's just trying to cover her tracks. It was definitely Jenna in a red cape.
Casimir, what do you think?
You've been whispering this whole time, and I won't have it. It's rude.
Serious? Alright, if you would please repeat your statement then.
Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy. They agreed to something, and what else could it be?
You're crazy. Anise would never let Scarlet get that close to the Queen.
Oh yes, she was in on it too. All smiles and pet this and pet that.
Mr. Arden describes a very different atmosphere.
So it was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under a bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet.
Mr. Estelle, can you repeat that?
Absolutely, their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy they agreed to something, and what else could it be?
Tell me more.
So it was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under a bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet.
Tell me more.
I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noble woman.
Tell me more.
Why are you working so hard to protect Queen Jenna? She sold us all out, and now she's trying to cover her tracks. It was definitely Jenna in a red cape.
You told your accomplice to say it was a black cape.
No, it was a red cape. I think.
Have you forgotten?
You're trying to confuse me. It was a red cape. I'm sure of it. Dark red.
If you and your friend can't agree on the color of the Queen's cape,
Wait. I remember now. The Queen was in a black cape, yes. Countess Anise was in a red one. Did I forget to mention they were both there? You know, the Countess wouldn't let the Queen go anywhere alone.
you're saying Countess Niece was there too? What?
Clearly I need to discuss this further. Blizzard?
Good idea.
This way.
I think we're done here.
Well, she seems confident.
Casimir?
We have to eliminate any doubt at all. If there's even the smallest chance Estelle might be telling the truth.
She's not, but we need to hear Anise say what she wasn't under that bridge.
I'm sure I'd have sensed if this were some kind of mesmer cover-up, don't you think? It doesn't matter. I'll know if the Countess is lying when we ask her.
Let's go.
Alright. We're gonna need to hurry.
Yeah.
Shrimp bisque is
Stop right there.
I need to know
I don't
more.
care about your dog's new haircut.
Alright, let's talk to the Countess.
Alright, Anise.
Stop. Don't approach her. It's an illusion. I am elsewhere. Find me, and we shall talk.
Find you?
Apparently,
Okay. Mesmers. And I thought the Order of Whispers was bad.
right? So she's somewhere around here.
If I were gonna hide, I would hide next to the tree.
I was about to say, if you're...
My apologies for the deception, but I must go to unconventional lengths to protect Kryta.
Countess, Minister Estelle is claiming that you were there at this secret meeting. She's implicating you.
Nonsense. I was at no such meeting. I did, however, receive a mysterious message signed only with the initial E. The note said that Estelle was in a bandit gambling parlor when she was supposedly spying on our queen. Reminding her of this will be enough to make her drop her lie, faster than Farron's dignity.
I like this minister. She's cool for a human.
Well, Anise isn't a minister. She's a countess.
Okay, I like this Countess then.
I'm not exactly sure what the difference is.
I'm not sure either. Human politics are weird. With Char, you
They
know,
are.
you know where you're heading. You're at,
Yeah, and if you have a disagreement, you just punch the other one.
right?
Or poison their next meal. You know, whichever comes first.
You again? I hope you're not planning another interrogation. This is a party, if you haven't noticed.
Master Estelle.
What?
I imagine Countess Anise had a lie to cover up her presence at the bridge. It's her word against mine.
Actually, Minister, it's several people's words against yours.
What are you talking about? Has someone said they'd testify against me?
We have witnesses who support Countess Anise's story.
Traitors to the ministry. Traitors! They'll find themselves in the streets soon.
I doubt it. The Queen has positions for those who are honest and honorable.
There are those of us who see through the ministry's lies, and our numbers are growing.
Jury would approve, eh, Cass? Goodbye, Minister.
I'll have you know I'm very well connected, and
Your connections can't help with this. We know what you've been up to.
What do you mean?
We know you couldn't have witnessed this supposed meeting with Scarlet. We hear you were busy meeting with some lobbyists that day.
Lobbyist? What are you talking about?
So much for subtlety. You were busy gambling with some ruffians.
Keep your voice down. That's a baseless accusation.
Is that so, Minister Estelle? Perhaps you and I should speak privately and sort this little mess out.
Oh my,
Please
Anise is
follow
here.
my guards.
Yep.
I'll be with you shortly.
Oh! Oh! You just got served.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you. It's been an entertaining and productive evening.
No one is more delighted by your presence than I. With all that socializing and skullduggery, you must be craving the longest of naps. Now that this messy affair is out of the way, I feel fairly certain Queen Jenna will attend your summit. I think Minister Estelle will soon see the value in cooperating with me, rather than rotting in prison for treason. I may have use for her. On a separate note, I do hope you will stay and join the Queen's entourage, Casimir.
You mean travel with the Queen to the summit? I'd be honored.
Yes, I think that's the right play. You will, of course, have time to relay the full details of your father's story at that time.
Oh, I don't think the Queen would be interested in...
Take the hint.
Now go. Say pretty things to my guests and enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening.
I don't want to.
Countess, a pleasure.
You must visit more often. The party wouldn't have been nearly as much fun without you. The Queen sends her gratitude as well. She can now attend your summit. I'll be there as well, though. Incognito.
That's wonderful news. I appreciate your support, Countess.
If you have no objections, I believe I will keep dear Casimir with me for a while. We have much to talk about, don't we, pet?
One last question. If you knew Estelle was guilty, why not just out her?
Put simply, I'm too close to the Queen for my claims to be believable without support. I'd lose much if our dear Jenna were incarcerated, and our ministers know it. That's where you came in.
I understand. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Goodbye for now.
Care for an hors d'oeuvre?
Alright,
Next.
I think I've had about enough intrigue, though. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Yes.
Ugh.
I can take that.
It's not a char party.
No, it's definitely not. There would be a lot more roughhousing, beer.
There, Blossom.
Like Meat-tober. You remember Meat-tober?
Ah, Meat-tober. What a fine tradition.
I think Meat-tober goes all year round now.
What? They extended it? Oh. That's so sad.
No, I'm saying it's Meat-tober all year round now. We can totally go.
We could, but it was so special to just have it in the fall.
Maybe. But still, I mean, Meat-tober.
I suppose.
And it's not like we're going to be there the entire year. I mean, how often do we get a day off?
We don't, but that's the duties of our position.
And I think right now we even have to head back to see what time he's working on.
I think you might be right.
So, if you want to be here for when we go see what time he's up to, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so you're here for every video.
And give us a big old claw thumbs up in our pretty outfits.
Yep. Don't forget to share this video with anyone else you think will love the story, and then come back, leave a comment. And that being said, we will see you next time for more Guild Wars 2. Until then, take care.
See you later. Bye.